Reverse psychology is one of the most fascinating and powerful techniques in human behavior. It is a psychological strategy where you encourage someone to do the opposite of what you want, because people naturally resist being told what to do. In this video, you will learn how reverse psychology works, why it is so effective, and how you can use it ethically in everyday life. By the end, you will understand the full power of reverse psychology and how it can completely transform your communication, influence, and relationships. Reverse psychology is based on a simple truth. People hate losing their freedom. When someone feels pressured or controlled, they instantly want to do the opposite, just to reclaim that sense of freedom. This emotional reaction is called reactance. And reactance is the foundation of reverse psychology. When you say, "Don't worry about it," or "maybe this isn't for you," the other person's mind suddenly becomes more curious and more interested. They want to prove they can do it, even if you've never asked directly. Think about children. When you tell a child not to touch something, what happens? Their desire grows even stronger. They want to touch it because you said not to. Adults behave the same way, just in more subtle ways. When you tell an adult, "You probably won't like this movie," suddenly they want to watch it. When you say, "I don't think this outfit will suit you," they want to try it on. Reverse psychology works because humans love proving others wrong. One of the strongest uses of reverse psychology is motivating someone to act. If you want someone to take action, telling them they don't have to can often push them to do it. For example, instead of saying, "Please study now," you say, "You probably won't feel like studying today," and that's fine. Suddenly, the person feels the need to prove that they can study. This works because the pressure is removed, and the desire to show independence grows. Another powerful use of reverse psychology is in relationships. If you chase someone too much, they pull. But if you give them space, suddenly they come closer. Instead of begging for attention, you say, "It's okay, take your time." Instead of asking repeatedly, "Do you still care about me?" you say, "You don't have to explain anything." When you stop pushing, they start moving toward you. This isn't manipulation, it's emotional balance. People move closer when they don't feel pressured. Reverse psychology is also highly effective in disagreements. When someone is arguing and pushing one point aggressively, agreeing mildly with them can instantly reduce their intensity. If a friend says, "This restaurant is terrible," instead of defending it, you can say, "Yeah, maybe you're right." Suddenly, their brain wants to argue the opposite. They may even start defending the restaurant. This works because when people stop feeling opposed, their resistance drops. Another example, if someone refuses to listen, instead of saying, "Please listen," you say, "It's okay. You don't have to listen right now." The moment you remove the pressure, they are more open to hearing your words. People don't want to feel controlled, so relieving the pressure increases curiosity and cooperation. Reverse psychology is incredibly effective in persuasion as well. If you're trying to convince someone to try something new, instead of pushing them, you can gently say, "It's all right if you're not ready yet." Instantly, they want to show that they are ready. It works because now the choice feels like theirs, not yours. Another powerful area where reverse psychology shines is building confidence. When someone feels doubtful about themselves, telling them maybe this isn't for you can trigger their inner strength. They suddenly want to prove that they can do it. For example, telling a shy person, "You probably won't want to try speaking on stage," often results in them saying, "Why not? I can do it." You are encouraging their confidence by challenging them indirectly. In social situations, reverse psychology can break tension and create comfort. If someone feels nervous about joining a conversation, instead of forcing them to speak, you say, "You don't have to talk if you are uncomfortable." A few minutes later, they talk naturally. Why? Because the pressure's gone, and they can choose freely. People open up when they don't feel forced. Reverse psychology also works brilliantly in negotiations. If someone is resisting a deal, you can say, "It's totally fine if this doesn't work for you." That line removes pressure and makes you look confident and secure. Suddenly, they begin rethinking their decision. They may worry about losing the opportunity. Humans value what seems less available. When you pull back, they lean forward. Another example is helping someone break a bad habit. If someone refuses to change, instead of telling them to stop, You say, "You're right. It is your choice. You don't have to change unless you decide to." Now the responsibility and control returns to them. And when change comes from choice, not pressure, it lasts longer. Reverse psychology works in friendships too. If a friend is acting distant, instead of asking repeatedly, "Why are you ignoring me?" you say, "It's okay if you need space. I'm here whenever you feel ready." This response increases respect and reduces emotional panic. People return faster when they don't feel suffocated. The most interesting part about reverse psychology is that it often works even when the other person knows what you're redoing, because the emotional reactant still triggers naturally. Even if someone knows the technique, they can still feel the pull to do the opposite. It's a psychological instinct, not a conscious choice. However, it's extremely important to use reverse psychology ethically. Do not use it to manipulate or harm people. Do not use it to trick someone into doing something against their will. Good reverse psychology is about reducing pressure, giving freedom, and encouraging natural decisions. It should help the other person, not confuse or trap them. Here is a very powerful truth. Reverse psychology works best when you genuinely mean what you're saying. When the pressure is truly removed, people feel more relaxed and authentic. If you fake it with the wrong intentions, it becomes manipulation. But if you use it wisely, it improves communication, builds trust, and creates healthier relationships. So, how can you start using reverse psychology today? Begin by removing pressure instead of adding it. Let people choose freely. Give them emotional space. Use soft.com phrases like, "You don't have to, if you don't want to. It's okay. No pressure. Maybe this isn't for you, and that's fine. I understand if you're not ready." These phrases give power back to the other person, and when people feel respected, they respond positively. Reverse psychology is not mind control, it's emotional intelligence. It's about understanding how people think, how they react to pressure, and how to guide them without force. When you master it, you communicate better, influence better, and connect more deeply. People respect you more because you respect their freedom. The power of reverse psychology is real. It works in relationships, friendships, parenting, persuasion, motivation, and communication. It works because it aligns with human nature. People want freedom. They want control over their decisions, and reverse psychology gives them exactly that. When you take away pressure, people lean toward you. When you stop controlling, people choose you. And when you let them decide freely, they often choose the very thing you wanted from the beginning. This is the true power of reverse psychology. Use it wisely. Use it ethically, and you will transform the way you understand and influence the world.